Thank you for joining me. This is Granny with Ma Pop Fishing. And this week, I actually want to talk a little bit more about ice fishing and introducing new people into ice fishing, especially little kids. I have, 4 daughters, and this was the first year. I got them into it last year, but this is the first year that I really taken the 2 older daughters of mine that are 8 and 6 years old now. So to really get them into it and how to do that. And then on top of that, I really have introduced a lot of my friends to ice fishing. And, it's kind of funny that even like Fishing Kid, I was the first one who took him ice fishing. Sake Fishing, Sean Tran, I actually took him ice fishing originally, and a bunch of my friends too. And I wanted to give tidbits to people who are looking to get into ice fishing and who to go with and everything. And then on top of that, people who have been ice fishing for many, many years, and they're going to bring, whether it's a new, son and daughter, niece, nephew, or just a friend to take out. So I really think the biggest thing is, we'll start with the kids. What I've come to realize this year was plan out your stay. Where are you going to go and ice fish? And when I say that, I want to make sure that you find a location, or what you should find is a good location where you're going to be on top of fish. And my biggest thing I always tell anybody, and we have on our podcast, the Beer Fish Fanatics podcast, if you're going to take these kids out, make sure you don't even touch the pole. And even if you touch the pole, I wouldn't even recommend you really fishing. The reason being is it should always be about the kids and their enjoyment. If you want a fishing partner for life, you're going to want them to be happy and want them to enjoy every bit about it. The cool thing about this year was I was able to get my kids on a bite that was unbelievable. I didn't even have time to touch a fishing rod, and we were on top of the ice. I was literally helping one after another in regards to putting their bait, helping them with the fish, and they were just reeling. From this point forward, they're addicted. Every weekend, this whole winter, they all want to go ice fishing. So there you go. That would be my best bet, is plan it out. I would also recommend bring some type of entertainment, whether it's books or something for them to read. And my kids really love being outdoors, so they also love to play outside. So just make sure they're dressed warm. I would definitely bring some type of a hub. If you have a hub, it would be great, or a flip over for the kids. If you guys can all fit in there. My kids love camping, so the tent flip over thing, it was a blast for them just to be in there, right next to me. And then on top of that, if you have any type of electronics, anything like a flasher or fish finders, that goes a long way, because it helps you to explain to the kids that, okay, that's your lure, that's the fish that's coming up, and just kind of how they act. You can really interact with them and talk to them and teach them in regards to ice fishing. So that's what I would really recommend in regards to that. And then also, don't go too long. If you're not on top of fish, if you drag too long, I would say ice fishing 2-3 hours max, unless they really enjoy it. Then, obviously you can go a little bit longer. But other than that, just plan it out. Go to a local spot that is going to have, number one, safe ice. That's that's a guarantee that you should always check the ice first. And then if you're taking a new friend, whether it's a buddy, whether it's a brother, sister, a wife, a husband, it doesn't really matter. But if you're really going to take somebody out for the first time and you want them to really enjoy it, I really do. It's almost like you're taking a kid, but a little bit different. But what you tailor to is, because you don't have to help them in regards to specific little things of because they're adults. But what I would do is explain every little situation. And when I say that, whether it's ice safety, types of fish that you're fishing for, if you're pan fishing, you can explain to them up bites, things like that, the type of lures, and make it really interesting for them, and that they can really enjoy. And it's a learning experience. And then once they catch that initial fish, it doesn't even matter the size of it. Their excitement when they catch that initial fish, on a short pole through the ice it's priceless. So make it about them at the beginning. Most likely enough, they're going to keep coming back. I even would recommend planning it out too. If you're going to take them out ice fishing the very first time, take them to a spot where most likely they're going to catch a fish. It doesn't matter the size. Get them to that, initial, I caught a first fish through the ice, super excited. That way it gets rid of all the, anxiety of, number one, being on ice, because a lot of people don't realize when you take somebody ice fishing for the first time, that's what their, the anxiety kicks in of being on top of ice, so a lot of people aren't used to that. So you can explain to them also about the sounds. They're going to hear ice popping when ice is making, if it's super cold. You explain it to them so they're not completely freaked out. And on top of that, you can just explain to them the safetiness of it, how thick of an ice. It's really an educational thing, and I really did that with a lot of my friends and family when I first take them out ice fishing. I made it an educational thing. I mean, they learned a lot about ice, how I learned, whether it's from my brother-in-laws, through my Google research, YouTube, all that stuff. If you make it educational, make it fun, they will have a blast. And not only that, they're going to want to come back with you. They may even rush out and buy all their own gear. So get out there, get into it. It's really, really exciting. It's a great sport to get into. It's a really booming sport. I really do see ice fishing, going to the next stratosphere in regards to fishing. So it's something that you can always do. And, during the times that we're having right now, what better else to do than to get out into the outdoors and catch some fish. So other than that, make sure you guys subscribe. I just wanted to do this. So just to kind of give everybody a little bit, something new. And that's kind of what I want this channel to really be about: fishing, fun, family, things like that. So I hope I'm able to answer any of you guys' questions. Like I said, I'm not a professional, but I'm just going to give you guys my experience of what I've gone through and everything on that. Like I said, make sure you guys subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram, Pop Fishing. Follow us on our Facebook page. And like I said, I'll be having more videos coming up. And then, like I said, make sure to check out our podcast, Spearfish Fanatics. It's on one of my good friends, Fishing Kit's YouTube channel. Really is one of the fastest growing podcasts out there in regards to fishing. And we just have so much fun with it. So thank you so much for people who are listening over there and just listening to our podcast and helping us grow. It's complete fun. We have nothing but fun and learning experience for us too in regards to fishing, because we don't know jack about fishing. So other than that, till next time, guys, thank you so much.